Welcome to Grand Prairie Update. I'm Don Johnson.
And I'm Terry Briggs. Here's what's happening in your city.
146. Boy, Victor 8.
The Grand Prairie Police Department is putting body cameras into service. 215 camera units are being issued to police and code enforcement officers. The cameras are designed to start recording manually or automatically when officers activate their taser or emergency lights and siren. The video files are downloaded from the cameras and then pushed to a cloud storage site. Officials say the Axon model by Taser was chosen because it will easily integrate with other technology being used by the department.
So part of what we needed the cameras to do was to integrate with our CAD system and to integrate with an in-car system, as well as have a sharing option so that we could actually share the video more easily with prosecutors, both locally and at the county level, so that our back-end users wouldn't spend as much time burning DVDs of digital evidence, and they could just immediately share those videos with the prosecutors, which can save thousands of man-hours per year.
Morris says the public will have limited access to videos from the cameras.
Some videos will be allowed to be released and others won't, depending on if they are a pending crime that is being investigated or if there are some privacy issues that are involved. We want to show the community what it is that we do day in and day out. And we have been very fortunate in the city of Grand Prairie that we have been able to enjoy those high levels of trust with our community. And this is just another way that we can be more transparent with them.
Grant money is paying some of the cost of the $2 million body cam system. It will be partially deployed over the weekend, and if there are no problems, the rest of the cameras will be on the street a few days later. Cirque du Soleil is in Grand Prairie with its latest masterpiece, Curious, Cabinet of Curiosities.
Ready, 2, 3, 4!
On Wednesday, workers completed the push, the final step to setting up the massive big top tent where the world-famous acrobatic show will play for 38 days. Officials say they use old-fashioned manpower instead of heavy machinery because it's safer, especially in windy conditions.
Well, the challenge today with the wind was that we had quite a bit of wind, which is always makes the tent kind of blow up, so it's a bit more challenging. And another challenge we had today was that the wind was changing directions all the time.
Curious is designed to transport the audience to a Victorian-era carnival for an experience that is different from the company's other shows.
It's a very high-level acrobatic show, but the way that it's different than what you've seen before is that we've taken some traditional disciplines such as contortion, Russian cradle, even juggling, that we kind of give a different twist. So their apparatus are massive props that are movable. So the props and the whole set design is very different, and it's a good mix with the acrobatics and the whole storytelling.
Cirque du Soleil Curious plays from February 17th through March 26th. For tickets and showtimes, visit cirquedusoleil.com.
Oh, we're coming. All right, here's your office. Chief, there's your office. What do you think?
It was a day unlike any other for Grand Prairie's 7-year-old Jaden Morales.
It's all yours. Climb up there.
When the top cop in his hometown gave up his seat to make him the city's chief of police for the day.
You are the chief. What do you think?
Mama?
You like that?
Yeah.
Say cheese.
Cheese.
This special day is the culmination of a 3-year journey for Jaden that all began with a picture of him holding a gift from a New York City police officer and family friend posted on social media. Since then, more gifts started pouring in, along with an outpouring of attention and gratitude from all over the nation for the special kind of support he has shown to men and women in law enforcement. Support as simple as a handmade sign that he displayed proudly last March at the memorial service for slain Euless police officer David Hoffer.
I was driving by there and I was trying to find a parking spot. I saw some people were holding signs up and I was like, oh, let me make one. And I found the nearest dollar store. And so I went in there, I bought some markers and a pen. I scribbled on the back of my car. The first thing I could think of, here's Live Forever. And so I was walking with it, but then he pulled it from me. So I was like, fine, take it. I don't want to carry it. And he was walking around with it, taking pictures. He made some of the officers cry, and people were actually getting out of their cars to take pictures of him, rolling their windows down to take pictures of him. And then before I knew, there was an audience of people taking pictures of him. I was just like, oh my God, what is going on? And then I started seeing his pictures pop up on Twitter. People were just sharing it.
After that, Melissa started taking him to other local police memorial services whenever possible to back the blue during such heartbreaking times in those communities. Something that was certainly not lost on the police department in their own community, which reached out to them after coming up with a very appropriate way to say thank you.
I thought, it'd be great to have him up here and let him be chief for the day. So he's getting to sit at my desk, hopefully clear out some of my email, getting the squad card.
So, hey, you want me to help you up here? Yeah. Hold on, here we go.
See the police canine dog, one of our canines.
That's Bullet. You remember Bullet?
Yeah.
He's going to get the full tour. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Good.
It was amazing because I've always been a huge fan of Grand Prairie PD. I mean, I've done ride-alongs, numerous ride-alongs with them. I've just been as involved as I can. So when I got the call, I was like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. So it was really cool because we live here. We interact a lot with the officers around here. So I really wanted them to know who he was and what he stands for. And I wanted Jaden more so to feel comfortable with them.
Jaden, look over there at Melinda. Give her a thumbs up.
Not a problem. If ever a little boy looked to be perfect for a role, it's Jaden.
This is his bread and butter. He's just happy and he's just comfortable. He's never been scared of officers. He thinks they're the coolest thing on earth.
I think it's a great time in our country to maybe try to reset and really focus on the fact that our police officers, our firefighters, our teachers, our nurses, our soldiers, those really should be our heroes. And Jaden is helping us spread that message. So we're just so grateful. He's a genuine young man who loves police officers, and we're so grateful, and we equally love him. So I hope it's an experience that he'll never forget, because certainly for us, his love and gratitude for us, we'll never forget and we'll always appreciate. You like your office?
Yeah.
For little Jaden, probably the hardest part about this day job is having to leave it and go back to first grade.
Any interest from bank account? No, we don't. No. You don't have do you have a bank account?
Hard to believe, but it's tax season again. In Grand Prairie, the AARP is offering a free service to help elderly and low-income residents fill out and file their tax forms. The tax service is available Monday and Wednesday from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. through April 17th at the Veterans Events Center. If you decide to use the service, be sure to bring last year's tax return, your 1099 forms, and W-2 statements. Officials say the professional preparers follow strict rules to protect that information.
Every counselor and greeter to the program has to take what they call a standards of conduct test. That explains that we're supposed to protect the taxpayers' Social Security information, any information they have on W-2s or 1099 forms for their tax return. We do not discuss this with anybody else. The software we're using this year goes up to the cloud like last year. Nothing is in our computers. We do not keep any paperwork on any documents that they bring to us.
The organization says Grand Prairie is one of the busiest locations for the tax service. That's it for this edition of Grand Prairie Update.
Hope you'll join us again next time.